Hey guys, before today's video starts, I just want to say, I apologize that this video was filmed at night and it's a little bit dark, but I was really adamant about getting the review out for this bike before winter hit. This bike means a lot to me and I really hope that I exemplify that well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. There is not a single other motorcycle influencer who owns this bike, and I want to try to explain why. This is my Ducati Hyper 698, and this is a class of bike that's called a supermoto. And the cool thing about supermotos is that they are basically dirt bikes for the road. Now, what's interesting about this bike in particular is that this bike was designed and produced as a street bike. There's no dirt variant of this bike, at least as of recording this video. It is a nearly 700cc single-cylinder motor. With this full exhaust on it, I think it makes 83 horsepower on a bike that only weighs 330 pounds with gas and oil in it. But the reason that you don't see this bike online, besides on my page, is that motorcycle influencers aren't buying these bikes. They are not particularly necessarily flashy. There was a girl that I was talking to at the time. Most girls I know, that when they compare like a sport bike like my H2 compared to a bike like this, their reaction is always going to be like, wow, the sport bike looks way better. Which is okay, fair, you know, it kind of hurts the soul a little bit, but like, okay. It is not the best looking bike of all time. It is not the flashiest, coolest sport bike of all time. You know, it's not fully faired or anything. But if you are actually going to ride your motorcycles, if you like to wheelie, if you like to do really dumb things like hop a curb, do some minor off-roading, it's not really meant to do like full-blown off-roading, but it can do it. If you actually like to ride your motorcycles, this is one of the best bikes to actually do that. So I just wanted to make this little review video about the 698 before I had to put it away for the winter. I'm not going to quit riding over the winter. I have my MT-07, but this bike is a little bit too nice to take through any salty roads or anything like that, which we are quickly approaching our first day of winter, experiencing our first snow, and then once there's snow on the ground, there's salt, and once there's salt on the ground, then you don't want to take your bikes out in it. I'm very fortunate enough that I can have my MT-07 and still ride that thing around in the salt, but this bike's too nice for that, so I want to make this video before it's a little bit too salty for this. But yeah, this is my Ducati Hyper 698. I have only 1,600 miles on this bike. I bought this bike a little bit earlier in the summer. I did not get to ride this bike as much as I really wanted to. I was dealing with a lot of other bikes at the time, and this one kind of took a backseat while I was figuring stuff out with my other bikes, like my S1000 that I just sold. But this has become one of my favorite bikes literally of all time. I had bought earlier in the summer, earlier this year as of recording this video, I bought a 2024 Ducati Hyper 698 RVE, which is like this fancy one with all the graphics. Comes with a quick shifter. The weird thing that people don't know about this bike is that these panels, at least on the base model, are all unpainted. And the advantage to that, or the disadvantage to that, is that they scratch super easily. But the advantage to that is that you can buy these panels super cheap from Ducati. I think it's like they start like 20 bucks, I think, for the cheapest one. Point is, replacing these panels are super cheap. So you can get banged up, scratched. You could do whatever you want with this bike and then just replace the panels if you think it's too ugly. Or you can put decals over them, paint them, whatever you want to do with it. I had originally sold my RVE edition, which had painted panels, which are a little bit nicer, and also a black frame, and also comes with a quick shifter. But that bike is about $1,500 more. In my humble opinion, if you're looking or considering one of these bikes as what you want to purchase, I would highly recommend that you get the base model and just buy the $250 quick shifter and put that on, because then it's literally the exact same bike, and you have the cheaper panels, which are cheaper to replace, and you can spend all that extra money on this lovely exhaust, which I would not under any circumstances buy this bike without the Ducati official exhaust and tune, which I think is like almost $3,000. I had a little over 1,000 miles on that RVE edition as well, but the reason I originally sold it is because I didn't like how little torque that this bike actually makes. In my opinion, in retrospect, is a totally fair comparison. It's a motor that, contrary to popular belief, does not make a lot of torque. It makes a lot of top end horsepower. The advantage is this bike revs to like, I think it's like 10.7 or something like that. It's ridiculous for a single cylinder. Point is, it does some really cool things, and you can just do stuff like this on a little supermoto, and it's so cool because it's so maneuverable. I don't want to have to go around all this. I would like to just take the shortcut, so that way I could just bounce on out of here without any problems. Look at that, so easy. And this is probably a little bit bigger of a curb than what you typically want to hop on a bike like this, but there are curbs that you can literally jump over on this bike because of all the ground clearance that you have compared to like a regular naked bike. Anyway, discussing about power, this bike makes all of its horsepower up top. It doesn't have a lot of low-end torque, so if you want to ride this bike on one wheel, you have to rev it out. It has to be going at least like 30-40 miles an hour, which does kind of, I mean, it will wheelie at those lower speeds, don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about like strictly power wheelies, like second gear. I guess you can like pop it up in first if you really wanted to, which I'm not going to do in this video because then I get demonetized. It's not good. Just take my word on it. This bike will power wheelie like a mother effer, but you just have to rev it out a little bit, that's all. And if you want to carry out the wheelies, it helps to be around like that 7,000 to 8,000 RPM mark. It's not like it's not like a traditional one cylinder where it makes all of its power down low. You really do have to rev it out. And this bike does not like being ridden. I mean, I'm at almost 5,000 RPMs already. It's got decent pickup, but yeah, at the lower RPMs, like 4,000, it does not like to cruise at that. It just doesn't have the torque. Yeah, see, it'll get up and go, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have its full potential at the lower RPMs. It wants to be revved out. And a lot of that low-end torque, this bike does not come stock with. When you buy this bike stock, that full stock exhaust sucks. It literally restricts this bike so much to the point that, like, you'll be sitting at a red light and it'll just stall out. Which, again, is a characteristic of the Ducati Super Quad motor. They've been using it for a long time. It's pretty normal. It's not that big of a deal. You just start the bike back up, but it is like that bike without an exhaust is horrifically restricted. This bike without a proper exhaust to tune is horrifically restricted, and it really helps to get an exhaust on here. Plus, it just makes it sound good. I mean, listen to these pops. Listen. It's just so stupid, bro. The way I typically ride my Ducati 698 is, see that little symbol right there? That's not a check engine light. Doesn't I mean there's anything wrong with the bike. It's just that if I scroll through the menu here, this nice little LED screen, LCD I think that's the correct term, that Ducati put on here. If I scroll through that little screen, you will see I ride pretty much exclusively with all the electronics off except for ABS. I keep ABS on a little bit, just a smidge, because it helps out a little bit. I'm gonna go around this. That is, in my opinion, the only way to experience this bike. I truly believe that riding this bike fully with the electronics fully turned off is the only way to experience this thing properly. This bike is not fun to ride with electronics on, because I mean, like, they don't do that much. This bike doesn't have enough torque to really spin out the rear wheel just by ripping on the throttle. It can in the right conditions, but if you're riding in proper dry conditions, kind of like a nice warm night like tonight, you are not going to experience that rear wheel spinning out. It's going to lift the front up, which it also has really nice wheelie control to help you kind of learn how to wheelie, but I would literally do that like 2 or 3 times and then turn it off. Electronics are only going to get in your way, and they can mess you up pretty severely. So I would, my advice to younger riders who are looking at this bike, because it's cheap, it's like a cheap way to get into Ducatis, turn the electronics off, bro. They are there as a crutch, but don't lean on it, okay? It's gonna mess you up. It's so just underrated, bro. It drives me crazy just because it looks so good. Ducati designed this bike so well. Like the lines, the way the body lines come out, the dual undertail exhaust, it's so sick. People sleep on it because everybody just wants the flashy sport bike, but if you really want to have fun on 2 wheels, this is literally the best way to do it. I know this is like such a glaze moment up for this bike, but truly, like, it is one of the best bikes on the market right now. I guess you can call this a disadvantage or an advantage depending on how you look at it. This bike really rides like a 1000cc bike, but it's like more reasonable speeds compared to higher speeds. I mean, you're not going to be running from the cops on this bike, bro. I mean, technically, I've heard of people getting away from the cops on any bike. Like, you could get away from the cops on a Grom if you really wanted to. I don't condone any of those things, but I'm just saying this is motorcycle culture I'm talking about here. So again, if you're a young kid, you're looking to get your first Ducati, this is the cheapest one. It draws your attention because of that. I mean, I'm of the opinion that this is the best bike in Ducati's lineup at the moment. Even though it's like the cheapest one, this is literally by far the best bike that Ducati makes at the moment. But something to note about this bike is it rides like a super bike. It literally rides like a 1000cc motorcycle, but it's for the street. What do I mean by that? Let me try to show you here. This thing's gonna get so hot sitting here. Because it's a super bike. If you sit still for too long, the exhaust tends to get red hot like that. Which is not great, but like, watch. So when I take off, I have to give it a ton of throttle to get it going, because it doesn't like going under 20 miles an hour. Like, watch, if I try 13 miles an hour right now, this bike is not happy. I guess it really can't show it on camera too well, but I could just tell, like, it's lugging the motor. It does not feel good, which is an advantage if you're trying to have fun on a bike, because that gives it character. It means it's geared high, it wants to go fast, and just have a good time. Something like my MT-07 will cruise at 5 miles an hour all day, but that bike's not fun. I mean, it is kind of fun, but to me, when you have bikes like this, it's not fun. Its top speed, I think, is around 136, 137 miles an hour. You really don't want to hold that, because the front end is so light, so like it gets a little shaky at like over 100 miles an hour. So it's more like, if you're going to be going fast on this bike, you're going to be going like 90 to 100, maybe doing little bursts of speed here and there, but you're not going to be holding 130 for any long period of time. It can do it though, so if you're looking for speed, this thing can go pretty fast. But there's just not enough people who make motorcycle content who own this bike, so I really just wanted to talk about this bike and what makes it so interesting and why it's my favorite bike at the moment. As of recording this video, this is my favorite bike on the market. There is nothing better. Okay, it's imperfect. Okay, you know, the stock exhaust and stuff, like the taking off from a red light, that kind of sucks, but it is hands down the most fun you can have. I've learned so much about wheelies just from riding this bike alone. The suspension is perfect. I don't know why it came so freaking dialed from the factory, but it must be perfectly set up for my weight or something, because it feels so good through the corners. And it comes with Brembo's
Brembo brakes front and rear for 13 grand, dude. It comes with Desmo valves, the Ducati Desmo valves. Like, that's really, I mean, it doesn't really do it. You don't really notice it, but like, that's cool. You can flex on people with that. The biggest downside, I would say, is probably the price of that full exhaust system, because you gotta buy that exhaust system, bro. I mean, like, if you really think about it, here's the thing with Ducati. When you buy a Ducati exhaust system, that Terminioni exhaust system is offered from the factory from Ducati. When you buy that, not only are you paying for that exhaust system, first of all, when you buy the exhaust, usually when you buy the bike, you can get the exhaust installed for free if you're like good at negotiating. Like if you go up to the dealer and be like, hey, if I buy the exhaust with the bike, at the same time you're buying the bike, sometimes they'll offer free installation for modifications. Not a guaranteed, but it's worth something negotiating for. I know my boys at Ducati Cleveland are going to hate me for saying that, but I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed thing, but it's worth bringing up. But when you buy that exhaust system, you're also paying for a Ducati tune that comes with this bike from the factory. Ducati will wipe the ECU, put on a fresh file that will work with that exhaust system. It also comes with an air filter, a modified air filter for the exhaust. Let's take my S1000 for example. The S1000, a full exhaust system, is going to cost you around 2 grand. A modified air filter that comes with this bike, that's going to cost you around 200 bucks for an S1000. And then a tune is going to cost you anywhere from $600 all the way up to $1,000 to even $1,200. So when Ducati has this exhaust, I think it's like $2,700, $2,800. You're not paying that much more for the exhaust because you're getting the air filter, the tune, all of that included. Buy the system straight from Ducati and get the Ducati tune. If you have any future problems, like let's say you get the full 7-year warranty, I think you can buy like up to an extended 7-year warranty on these bikes. They will have no problem covering any issues that you have with the bike because you bought the official Ducati system. Just something to think about if you do end up buying any level of Ducati. If you buy their exhaust, like again, you are going to be spending more than like you would with an aftermarket system, but you do get the advantage that like if you have any problems, they're going to cover it. I can't speak for all Ducati dealers, but my Ducati dealer, bro, when I have a problem, they literally move the world to get things done. It's so cool. So that's why I like supporting them, because they support me. So it's pretty dope. I'm not sponsored or anything, but like Ducati Cleveland, they're pretty cool. So case in point, if you are thinking or even remotely considering buying a Ducati Hypermotard 698, please do it. It is one of the best experiences and best purchases I've ever made in my life, and I hope that this is probably going to be the bike that I continue to ride for many, many years to come. And with that, I'm going to hop out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I've been Thought Taken, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!